Welcome back to another Procreate tutorial where today we're going to be drawing this cool autumn themed bear drawing. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have provided you all of the things you will need for this. It's in a download over on Gumroad. I'll leave the link in the description. You'll get the sketch with grid, without grid, and you'll get the color palette and also a brush pack that I use for this drawing. If you do not know how to load in the reference photo, I've made a separate video on how to do that, so you can go watch that first and then come back in and join us. So let's get started. Today our canvas is at 3000 by 3000 pixels and our grid lines here are at 391 pixels. So let's get started. We're going to do this one today a little bit different than I usually do, but I think it'll be a good learning experience and it'll be fun. So the first thing I want to do is start off with my background. We're going to work from the back to the front. So I'm going to go ahead and do my background color. And if you go to your Autumn Bear palette here, the background color is this first beige color right there. And I'm just going to drag and drop that in on the canvas. So we'll have all that done to start off with. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and start putting in some of these mountain things in the background. So I'm going to choose this darker green color right here, so it'll be on the second row and the third one down. So we're going to work from our back to our front, and we're going to use a lot of layers today. We're going to put all these separate items on different layers. So I'm going to put another layer on top of the background color. And we're going to do this green mountain-like shape in the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out right here. We're going to come down to where his ear is going to be. His ear is going to be about right here. So I'm just going to do that shape. And then it's going to be somewhere right here. We're going to make it be behind the bear right there. So we're not going to see that part. And then drag and drop that green in right there. Okay, we're going to have another green shape over here, which is going to be this one right here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start it 1, 2, 3, 4 squares up. 4 squares up here. Come out. Wiggle it around. We're going to go up here. And something like that. You're going to fill that one in. So there's our kind of green mountains, I guess we got. We got another mountain, which is orange, that is behind this green color. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new layer, and we're going to drag it under that green layer we just made. And then we're going to choose this oranges here on the bottom. Okay, and this is going to go this one right here. So we're going to see where my square is at here. We're going to come out somewhere around here and make sure it goes off the edge of the screen there. And then we're going to wind this up. Kind of like that. And then we can drag and drop that in. So there's our other mountain. If you got these little jaggedy shapes here, you can kind of fix those. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Let's see, what else can we do now? Let's go ahead and put this grass part down here on the bottom. So that's going to go behind everything else. So we're going to start a new layer. We're going to drag that behind, on top of our background layer, but behind all the other things. And that grass is going to be this very light green right there in the center. This one right here. Okay, what we're going to do, it's going to be the shape here behind the bear, and it's basically going to just kind of come across. So we're just going to start off the edge of the canvas here. I'm going to bring it up like that, and then maybe over there like that. You drag and drop that in, and that is actually supposed to be over everything. So I'm going to drag that to the very top layer. So now we've got our grass there in the background. And maybe do our cloud shapes now. So just start a new layer. I'm going to choose this white color right here. And we're going to put in these clouds up here. So they're going to start about here and go across. I'm going to hold my pen down to make that a nice straight line. And then we're going to kind of just wiggle it. Like that. And then we're going to fill it in. There we go. And then these parts right here you can fix. Like that. And maybe this one here. Alright, that's good. And we're going to do this other cloud shape right here. So from here to here. Hold my pen down. There we go. That's better. All right, so let's do some of these leaves in the background now. So we're going to start a new layer on top of everything. And the first leaf shape up here, we're going to do the reddish color. So go to your color palette, choose this red right there. And we're going to do this big leaf right here in the corner. So just leaf shape. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. That's perfectly fine right there. And then we've got another red leaf over here on this side, which is this big one right here. So I'm going to put that one in because I want to keep the colors on the same layer. So the red's all on one layer and so on and so on. So this leaf comes up. Like that. And then drag and drop that in. Okay, so there's our red leaves done. Let's go ahead and do our yellow leaf next. So I'm going to choose this yellow orangish color down here. And this one's going to go behind the red leaf. So I'm going to start a new layer and I'm going to drag it under those red leaves. Okay, and this one is going to be over here. We're going to go behind the orange leaf here, or the red leaf, I'm sorry. And then we're going to, oops, I held my pen down too long. So start off the canvas, go over here. Just like that. And now drag and drop it over there. So you just got to make sure you go off the canvas. That's why it didn't really matter where I came from over there because it was going to be behind the red leaf anyways. Okay, then we got another yellow one, or orangish one, which will be this top right one. So we're going to and right, that part don't matter. And then we'll fill that in. Okay, so there's our orange leaves. Let's do this leaf right here now. And that's going to be on top of these yellow leaves. So I'm going to put a layer on top of that. And then that's going to be this greenish color. Second one in the middle on the right side of that white color. Okay, and this one's going to be coming in on top of him. So the leaf is going to go right here. Just about like that, and we'll fill it. Oops, what happened? I left it open right there. That's what the problem is. Now let's try. There we go. And let me fix this. There we go. So we got that leaf in right there. Okay, we've got some more yellow ones down here. It's going to be that same orangish yellow color. I missed him. So I'm going to go back to those leaves with that orange color. And we're going to put them in right here on the side of this mountain. So he's come off the screen. Just like that. Drag and drop him in. Yeah, the one under it right there is going to be this greenish color here. So I'm going to find that layer, this one right here, and we're going to put this one in. So it's just going to come out just about like that, and we'll fill him in. Here we go. We got our leaves in, we got our sky, our background, so there isn't much left to do except start on our bear here. So I'm going to get his basic shape in there, so I'm going to choose the brown color that he's going to be, and he's going to be this center brown color. All right, so we got, I'm going to do this arm first, and then he starts about right here. So I got him right there. I'm going to fill him in. Okay, and then we got another part of his body coming up about right here. So I'm just going to add that to that other shape. And then we got his head part. So his head is going to, and an ear, another ear, and then we're going to make sure all of these are connected. Drag and drop that in. Then if you want to kind of fix it to look more like your sketch, you can kind of erase part of it. But I think it's fine. Like I said, you don't have to be exactly near sketch. Our sketch is kind of a guideline. Okay, I think that's good for the bear. Okay, let's go ahead and put his other... Actually, let's put the coffee cup in next. So this coffee cup is going to be this bluish color right here. So that one right there. We're going to put it on a new layer on top of the bear. Okay, and the coffee cup is going to go, actually it's going to be under the bear because it's got to be under that paw. So we're going to come up and across. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that top part first so I can hold my pen down. And then we're going to bring it down. Handle right there. And then let's put that blank spot there in his handle. And now we can go ahead and fill that in. And then this part right here we can fix up. Here we go. All right, now let's, the top portion of this cup is going to have a yellow band on it. So we're going to do something a little bit different this time. We're going to choose that layer where the cup is at, and we're going to set it to alpha lock. And what alpha lock's going to do is it's only going to allow us to draw on the cup, and that's it. And the top portion of that cup is going to be this, and this yellowish color right here. I'm going to do a band along the top of it. So I'm going to hold my pen down. And you can see I'm off the edge of the cup, but it's not painting on anything except the cup. Oops. Maybe that won't let me fill it in because it's on the same layer. So we can just paint it in here. Just like that. All right. And then on top of that band, we're going to have some little red X's on top. So just one of your red colors, it don't really matter. We're going to put some little X's on the top. Just to give it a little decoration. Just like that. Okay, and now we're going to have a leaf on the cup. And that's going to be that same yellow color right here. So I'm just going to touch that yellow, hold my finger down. Color picker will come up, and we're just going to do it on the same layer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it on a separate layer so we'll be able to drag and drop it. So I'm going to do a layer on top of the cup. And then let's just do a leaf shape here. Then drag and drop it in. That's it. I'm going to erase this part right here to make it look a little more sharp. All right, very good. Okay, what else can we do now? Let's do our other bear paw now. So the bear paw is going to go behind the cup. So we're going to do a layer on under the cup. And the color is going to be this darker brown right here. It's going to be kind of in shadows. So it's just going to come up from the back of the cup and go down here. Now I think, yeah, it's behind everything. So if we just close it off, we've got our bear paw there in the back. All right, looking good. Let's go ahead and put the smoke from the coffee in. We're going to do that again under the coffee cup. We're going to choose our white color right here. And we're just going to make a little wispy shape. Just like that. And then I'm going to put like a hole in it so you can see through it. And right up here too. Now I can drag and drop that in. That is it. Our smoke is done. Okay, so let's start putting the details of the bear in now. Actually, let's do that scarf. So that scarf is going to be this same yellowish color. We'll just choose that one right there. And this is going to have to go on top of the bear. So we see our bears right there. So we're going to do a layer on top of the bear. All right, and so I'm going to start it up here. Bring it down to there. Okay, and now we got to kind of think about where his... You know what I can do? For the time being, we're going to start a new layer on top of everything. I'm going to choose this black color, and I'm going to put in where this bear's paw is going to be. Actually, do a little bit like that. So just to kind of give me a reference of where that scarf is going to go. So I'm going to go back to the layer where my scarf was at and choose this same yellow color. And then our scarf is going to come over to there. And then it's going to go up to there. And then we'll just connect these two here. Like that. And then let's connect these. And now we can fill it in. And then this little jaggedy thing here, we can fix that. Here we go. All right, looking good. Okay. All right, what next? We can take that, delete that black line now. Okay, let's do his face right there. Let's do the little snout. So we can just do that. It's going to go on top of everything. And it's going to be this beige, light beige color right there. Okay, and we're going to do kind of an oval shape. I'm going to fill it in. About right there is good. Pink cheeks. So I'm going to choose that light pink color right there. I'm just going to keep that on the same layer. I'm going to do some little ovals right here. And drag and drop that. And we'll put another one up here. There we go. If you don't like this, we can fix that. I think it looks good though because it kind of gives it a hand drawing. And then let's do that black color right there and put in these eyebrows, which are going to be about here and about here. All right. And now for his eyes, hold my pen down. Just like that. And then we'll put some little eyelashes. Just like that. Okay. And then same pink color. We're going to put in these little circles where the ears are. Make some little circle shapes there. Drag and drop that in. And let's do this nose shape. So we got the two shapes like that, and then we got the nose coming in like that, and then we can fill it. Oops. Okay, since I didn't do that on a separate layer, I'm going to have to just color that in. There we go. And now we can put these little dots right there. All right, I think he's looking good. Let's do these little detail marks right here in the pink cheek and maybe some hairs around the ears. Just like that. Okay, and I think we got some black lines here in the scarf too, so let's just bring one right there. We'll bring another one right there. And the scarf's going to be kind of fuzzy. So I'm going to put some like that, and we'll put some right here. Maybe do some here. Just kind of give it a little detail. And then we got a line that's going to show that that arm is coming down right there. And then kind of got one right there too. That's fine. All right, let's do this on top of the brown, the darker brown paw. Let's do this reddish color, so it's a darker red. So maybe that top one right there. And it's going to be like his little pads on his foot. So drag and drop that in, and then there's going to be one right here. There we go. All right, we're winding down now. Let's do the details on the grass here. So I'm going to pick this darker green right there. And the only thing we're going to do is just make some little circle shapes. I'll make my pen a little bit bigger. So let's make this process a little bit easier. And then we're just going to make some little dots on the grass to give it character. We'll do some over on this side. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing on the bear. So click this darker brown color. And we're going to do the same thing on the bear's feet here. Oops, I need to do that on a separate layer. That's going to be above the bear. There we go. Now we can we got some on his face too. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe some right here. Fill in those empty spots. Yeah, I like it. Okay, we're going to do some on the cup too. With that darker blue. And we'll put some more of these little circle details. Just like that. All right, let's go back to our black color. And then we can do that on top of everything. So very top layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in these lines, the leaves. Oh, a little bit too big. Let me make my brush a little smaller. There we go. Just like that. And we're going to do these other leaves like that too. So we're going to come out maybe right there. Just like that. Okay, and then over here. All right, and then on the red one. And then over here, we'll do some here. And maybe here. Just like that. I think. Okay, one more thing, guys, before we finish this up. I've got some reddish details on the scarf. So I'm going to choose this, maybe that red right there. And we're going to do this. We don't want it on top of those black lines we just put. So I just got a little strange shape about like that. And I'm going to drag and drop that in. I don't want it on top of the bear's foot here, so I'm going to erase that right there. All right, go back to my pen. We're going to do another one here. And just kind of wiggle it and fill it in. And we'll do one right here. Fill that in. And then I'm going to erase it here. Alright guys, that's going to do it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give us a like. Love to hear what you guys think of it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the little bell icon so you'll get a notification of when I upload new videos. Although, we've got them coming to you every week. So with that, I will see you next week. Take care.